Welcome back. Today, the US market is closed because it's Easter weekend. Today's Good Friday. But that doesn't mean crypto and Bitcoin is closed. There are a few things I want to talk about, including some very important metrics that show the bull run is definitely not over. Some of you guys may be worried, maybe thinking that a bull run is over, but it certainly isn't. So let me show you why we are still moving forward. Well, to start out, you could see Bitcoin today is around 84,300. So roughly where it was yesterday. The US market, like I said, is closed today because of Good Friday. So there's not a whole lot of movement today. There's no open bell or anything like that. However, there's always more tariff news. You guys know that every single day, there's more tariff stuff that affects things, but today it did not affect the market, and that's good. That's good. And today, what came out was actually pretty good. So President Trump did say that he had a very productive call with the president of Mexico yesterday. Likewise, I met with the highest level Japanese trade representative. It was also very productive. And every nation, here's the important part, including China, wants to meet today, Italy. Okay, so basically, what it sounds like is every country is sending a representative or calling President Trump to try to work things out. This is exactly what he wants, right? Part of the plan. The tariff, there wasn't so much to, it wasn't really, the tariff wasn't really to equal out the tariffs placed on U.S. goods. It was more to even out the trade imbalances, right? So that's exactly what's happening, supposedly, right? And it's early, and we'll see what happens. But we know that the biggest trade war that's going on right now is with China, right? The back and forth, the reciprocal tariffs, the 245%, the endless tit for tat, stuff going on. Is that going to end? Well, Trump also did say that may be ending, that the representatives are talking. So hopefully that ends sooner than later, because right now it's very early, right? I've been saying in my live streams that we haven't seen the effects of this. Most of our goods in our stores from our companies, they are produced in China. We haven't seen prices go up yet. But if this continues, once the supply runs out, we will definitely see the effects of 245% tariffs on them, right? So hopefully this resolves sooner than later, because we don't want to walk into the local Costco or Best Buy or Walmart or even Apple Store and see something that's now almost 3 times as much as before, right? So hopefully that gets resolved. And also there's a deal for TikTok. So maybe that's going to play a big part of that as well. And then I saw this too, and all the Chinese ships that are docked at the US ports that are just waiting because the importers do not want to pay the tariffs. Well, they can't just stay there. They're going to have to pay fees for staying there. That actually makes a lot of sense. Something else that Trump has talked about is firing Powell. Supposedly this has come out. He has talked with a former Fed governor about possibly replacing Fed Chair Powell because he's not very happy with how he's been handling things, specifically not cutting rates faster. And you know what? This governor, Walsh, told Trump Don't do it. Don't do it. Just let things run its course. He knows what he's doing. His term is going to end next year, and just let him finish out his job. Whether Trump listens, I don't know. Trump's been trying to find a replacement for him already, trying to talk to Supreme Court, trying to do what he can to find some kind of legal way to get rid of Powell, because as far as I know, the president does not have the authority to fire the Fed chair, but maybe he's going to find a way. But right now, it does seem like people that are close to Powell or know about that position are saying, no, just let it be. Just let it be. But, you know, we got a big FOMC meeting coming up next month. We'll see what happens. All right. That's all the macro stuff. But like I said at the beginning, what does that have to do with Bitcoin? And why do I say that the bull run is not over? Well, let me tell you. I mean, as for all the great things that are happening in the space, they're still continuing. Here's a new one. Here's a new U.S. company, a mining company, Aradyne, that just raised $153 million. $153 million in a Series C funding. That's pretty amazing if you think about it. I mean, this is not the best of times, not the worst of times, but, you know, obviously mining is a big thing, a big deal, right? A lot of miners are raising big amounts of money to grow, to expand, and to purchase Bitcoin. So here's another one that's happening right now. And plus, keep in mind, all the miners, the mining machines are offshore. They're produced in China. So the mining companies can't really buy more machines right now without paying 245% tariffs. So this comes at a, you know, that's why it says during a mining crisis, they can't really get more machines at a reasonable cost right now. But, you know, I think investors are thinking that that's going to be over soon. So that's why they still raised a massive amount. Regardless, it's going to happen one way or another. And it's good to see that we still have a lot of American companies that are raising, that are in crypto, and this is awesome for the space, right? We still have states that are still moving forward, trying to build their Bitcoin reserve. Here's Arizona, okay, moving forward with theirs. They're one of 30 states trying to get this pushed. Still ongoing. Awesome. You have the supermarket chain in Switzerland that is now accepting Bitcoin payments. Over 1,000 Swiss businesses have implemented Bitcoin payments moving forward. So fundamentally, Bitcoin is stronger than ever. The growth, the adoption is still increasing every single month. We are way, way farther than ever before, right? But Glassnode released some important metrics today, and I think this definitely proves why the bull run is not over. This actually looks at short-term holders and long-term holders and whether or not they're selling, and it's very important. So if you look at this unrealized loss percentage or per percent, basically very easy. You look at the blue and the red. Blue is long-term holders selling at a loss. Red is short-term holders selling at a loss. Okay. You could see during the bear market, crypto winter, like bottom in 2015 when Bitcoin fell to like $140, during 2019 when Bitcoin fell to 3,000, during 2022 when Bitcoin fell to 15,000, you saw some long-term holders, they couldn't even handle it. They sold, and you could see how the blue spiked up. But during the climbs, during the bull runs, you could see during 2014 to 2015, 2017 to 2018, 2020 to 2021. You see how the blue lines are flat, like flat on the ground? That's where we are now. My cameras, you could see right now, 2024, 2025, flat on the ground, right? We have a little spike there, but overall, we are flat. What does that mean? We're not entering crypto winter. Long-term holders are staying strong. Long-term holders are not selling. We're not entering crypto winter. This is still in the bull run. We are in the final year of the 4-year cycle. It would be silly to be selling off right now. And then inversely, you look at this. This is the short-term holders selling. And you could see when the short-term holders, when the short-term holders are panic selling, when they panic sell, it's during the times when basically it's at all times. Okay, obviously when there's any kind of panic, any kind of dip, you see this spike. But during the climbs, you could see there are a lot of dips. And even during the climbs, you see short-term sellers panic selling a ton. Every single dip, you see short-term sellers selling. Okay? Because they just don't believe, they get scared, they leave. But long-term holders, we stay strong. We know better, so it doesn't faze us. Plus, we know that Bitcoin is moving forward and Bitcoin is much stronger than ever before, right? 84,000 now, 85,000 now versus sub 10,000 before. Do the math. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot going on today. Probably not a whole lot going on this weekend because of Easter. So stay strong, my friends. Have a good weekend. I'll still try to put out a video this weekend for you guys. But overall today, probably not a whole lot of movement because the U.S. market is closed. And that's pretty much it. Okay? Smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.